If you are over the age of 70 or you love someone who is, this message could truly save a life. Because urinary sepsis does not arrive loudly at first, it whispers, it disguises itself as normal aging, fatigue, or just a bad day, and that is exactly why so many people miss the warning signs until it is too late. Urinary sepsis often begins with a simple urinary tract infection that quietly spreads into the bloodstream, and in older adults the body does not always react with obvious pain or fever. Instead, it sends subtle signals that many people dismiss every single day. The key is learning how to listen to your body with respect, awareness, and care. Urinary sepsis in adults over the age of 70 often begins in a way that is quiet, subtle, and dangerously easy to overlook. Because the body no longer responds to infection with the dramatic warning signs people expect, such as high fever or sharp pain, and instead communicates through small changes that are often dismissed as normal aging. This is what makes awareness so powerful and so necessary, because what appears to be simple tiredness, mild confusion, or a change in daily routine may actually be the body signaling a serious internal imbalance. As we age, the immune system becomes less reactive and the nervous system processes stress differently, which means infections like urinary tract infections can spread without triggering immediate alarm. Many older adults have lived long enough to accept discomfort as part of life, and that acceptance can unintentionally delay action when something truly dangerous is developing. Urinary sepsis often starts with bacteria entering the urinary tract, and if not addressed early, it can move into the bloodstream, affecting the brain, heart, kidneys, and lungs. The tragedy is that in many cases the body gives warnings days or even weeks in advance, but they are misunderstood or ignored. A person may feel slightly off balance, more forgetful than usual, unusually weak, or less interested in food or conversation, and family members may assume it is just a bad day or the natural process of getting older. In reality, these subtle changes can be the earliest signs that the body is fighting an infection that it cannot manage alone. Older adults may not feel pain during urination, yet the infection is still present. They may not develop a fever, yet the bacteria are multiplying. This silent progression is why urinary sepsis is so dangerous in this age group and why early recognition is life-saving. Awareness does not mean living in fear. It means living with respect for the body's signals and understanding that aging bodies speak more softly but no less urgently. When small changes are noticed early and taken seriously, treatment is often simple and recovery is much easier. Ignoring them allows the infection to gain strength, overwhelming the immune system and leading to hospitalization or worse. Education empowers older adults and their caregivers to see these quiet signs not as inconveniences, but as important messages that deserve attention. Listening to the body is not a weakness, it is wisdom gained through years of experience. The more we understand that urinary sepsis does not announce itself loudly in older adults, the more lives can be protected through timely care, compassion, and action, allowing aging to be guided by awareness rather than assumption and by attentiveness rather than delay. Sudden mental confusion, unexplained exhaustion, changes in urination, chills, a racing heartbeat, dizziness, or discomfort in the lower back are not random events in older adults, yet they are often brushed aside because they do not appear dramatic or painful enough to raise concern. The danger lies in the way these symptoms quietly blend into daily life, allowing a serious infection to progress unnoticed. When the brain is affected by infection or inflammation, confusion may appear as forgetfulness, trouble finding words, disorientation, or a sudden change in personality, and this can happen even before any physical pain is felt. Extreme fatigue that arrives quickly and does not improve with rest is another powerful signal, as the body diverts energy toward fighting infection. Changes in urination are among the most important warnings, including urgency, difficulty starting, decreased output, darker color, strong odor, or discomfort that feels unfamiliar. These signs often appear days before more severe symptoms develop, yet many people hesitate to mention them out of embarrassment or the belief that urinary problems are simply part of aging. Chills or sudden sweating without a clear cause indicate that the immune system is under stress, even if no fever is present. A rapid heartbeat or shortness of breath may be dismissed as anxiety or weakness, but these are signs the body is struggling to maintain balance as infection spreads. Dizziness, lightheadedness, or feeling faint when standing can reflect dropping blood pressure, which is particularly dangerous because it increases fall risk and signals systemic involvement. Lower back or abdominal discomfort may be mild, dull, or intermittent, making it easy to ignore, yet it often points to kidney involvement when combined with urinary changes. The most critical mistake is treating these symptoms as isolated events instead of recognizing their combined meaning. One sign alone may seem harmless, but when two or more appear together, they form a pattern that should never be ignored. Older adults are often taught to be tough, to push through discomfort, and to avoid being a burden, but this mindset can delay life, saving care. Speaking up early is an act of strength and self-respect. Family members and caregivers also play a vital role by noticing subtle shifts in behavior, energy, and awareness. Trusting instincts, asking questions, and seeking medical advice early can prevent a simple infection from becoming a medical emergency. The body always communicates when something is wrong, but it speaks more quietly with age, requiring patience, attentiveness, and willingness to act before the warning signs grow louder and more dangerous. Proper hydration throughout the day is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to protect the body from urinary infections and the dangerous progression towards sepsis, especially in adults over the age of 70. As the body ages, the sensation of thirst becomes less reliable, meaning many older adults are dehydrated without realizing it. This creates an ideal environment for bacteria to grow and remain in the urinary tract, increasing the risk of infection spreading deeper into the body. Water acts as a natural cleansing system, helping the kidneys filter waste, flush bacteria, and maintain healthy urine flow. When fluid intake is too low, urine becomes concentrated, irritating the bladder and allowing harmful microorganisms to multiply. Many older adults intentionally limit fluids to avoid frequent bathroom trips, especially at night, but this habit can quietly raise the risk of infection and strain the kidneys. Sipping water consistently throughout the day rather than drinking large amounts at once supports better absorption and steadier kidney function. Adding natural flavor with lemon, cucumber, or herbal infusions can make hydration more enjoyable without added sugar. Foods with high water content, such as fruits, vegetables, soups, and broths, also contribute meaningfully to daily fluid needs while providing essential nutrients. Hydration supports more than the urinary system. It improves circulation, digestion, mental clarity, and energy levels, all of which help the immune system respond quickly to threats. When the body is well hydrated, immune cells travel more efficiently through the bloodstream, delivering oxygen and nutrients where they are needed most. Adequate fluids also help regulate body temperature and blood pressure, reducing strain on the heart and lowering the risk of dizziness or falls. It is important for older adults to pay attention to signs of dehydration such as dry mouth, dark urine, headaches, fatigue, or confusion, as these can overlap with early infection symptoms and complicate diagnosis. Establishing a gentle daily hydration routine, such as drinking a glass of water upon waking, with meals, and during light activity, creates consistency without overwhelm. Caregivers and family members can support this habit by offering fluids regularly and making hydration a shared, positive experience rather than a chore. Water is not medicine in the traditional sense, yet it is one of the most effective preventive tools available. Working quietly in the background to protect the body, support healing, and reduce the risk of infections becoming life-threatening in later years, a nutrient-rich diet plays a critical role in strengthening the immune system and protecting older adults from infections that can escalate into serious conditions like urinary sepsis, because food is the foundation from which the body builds its defenses. As we age, the body becomes less efficient at absorbing nutrients, making food choices more important than ever. Diets high in refined sugar and processed foods create inflammation and weaken immune response, while also feeding harmful bacteria that thrive in high sugar environments. Reducing excess sugar intake helps stabilize blood glucose levels, which is especially important for older adults with diabetes, as elevated blood sugar increases the risk of urinary infections. Whole foods such as colorful vegetables, fruits, whole grains, legumes, lean proteins, nuts, seeds, and healthy fats provide vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that support immune cell function and tissue repair. Vitamin C helps white blood cells respond to infection, zinc supports immune signaling and wound healing, and antioxidants reduce oxidative stress that can weaken the body's defenses. Protein is essential for maintaining muscle mass, supporting organ function, and producing antibodies that fight infection. Yet many older adults do not consume enough. Including gentle sources such as eggs, fish, yogurt, beans, and soft cooked meats can make protein easier to digest and more enjoyable. Healthy fats from olive oil, avocados, and omega-3 rich fish help reduce inflammation and support brain and heart health. Fiber-rich foods support gut health, which plays a major role in immune strength, as much of the immune system resides in the digestive tract. A healthy gut microbiome helps regulate inflammation and prevents harmful bacteria from taking hold. Eating regular balanced meals also helps maintain energy levels and prevents weakness or fatigue that may mask early symptoms of infection. Meals do not need to be complicated or restrictive to be healing. They simply need to be intentional and nourishing. Preparing food with care, eating slowly, and enjoying meals in a calm environment supports digestion and absorption. Nutrition is not about perfection. It is about consistency and kindness toward the body. Every nourishing choice strengthens resilience, supports recovery, and gives the aging body the tools it needs to protect itself from illness and maintain vitality well into later years. Gentle daily movement, restful sleep, proper hygiene, and regular medical checkups work together as a powerful protective system for older adults, significantly lowering the risk of urinary infections progressing into sepsis. Movement keeps the body systems active and responsive, improving circulation so immune cells can travel efficiently and organs receive adequate oxygen and nutrients. Light activities such as walking, stretching, chair exercises, or simple balance movements support bladder function, digestion, and lymphatic flow, reducing stagnation where bacteria can grow. Movement also helps maintain muscle strength and stability, decreasing fall risk and supporting independence. Sleep is equally essential, as it is during deep rest that the body repairs tissues, regulates inflammation, and strengthens immune responses. Irregular sleep patterns, frequent nighttime awakenings, or insufficient rest weaken the immune system and make it harder for the body to fight infection. Creating a calming evening routine, maintaining a consistent bedtime, and reducing noise and light exposure can greatly improve sleep quality. Proper hygiene plays a direct role in preventing urinary infections, especially for older adults with mobility challenges or incontinence. Regular and gentle personal cleansing, breathable clothing, and timely bathroom habits reduce bacterial exposure and support skin integrity. Avoiding prolonged holding of urine helps flush bacteria before they can multiply. Medical checkups are another vital layer of protection as they allow early detection of urinary infections, kidney issues, or underlying conditions that increase sepsis risk. Older adults with diabetes, weakened immunity, or catheter use benefit greatly from routine monitoring and open communication with healthcare providers. Regular screenings, medication reviews, and lab tests can identify problems before symptoms become severe. These habits may seem simple, yet their combined effect is profound. They create a daily rhythm that supports resilience and reduces vulnerability. Consistency matters more than intensity, as small actions performed regularly build long-term protection. Caregivers and family members play an important role by encouraging routines, offering assistance without judgment, and noticing changes in behavior or energy. These practices are not about control or restriction, but about empowerment and prevention. When the body is supported through movement, rest, cleanliness, and medical awareness, it becomes far more capable of resisting infection and recovering quickly, allowing older adults to maintain dignity, comfort, and confidence as they age. A calm, positive, and attentive mindset is one of the most underestimated yet powerful tools older adults have for protecting their health and responding effectively to early warning signs of serious illness. The way a person thinks about aging directly influences how they care for their body, interpret symptoms, and decide when to seek help. Many older adults have been conditioned to believe that discomfort, confusion, or weakness are simply unavoidable parts of getting older, and this belief can lead to silence and delay when the body is actually asking for attention. A mindful and respectful relationship with the body encourages listening rather than dismissing, curiosity rather than fear. Stress and chronic worry place a heavy burden on the immune system, increasing inflammation and weakening the body's ability to fight infection. In contrast, a calm mental state supports balanced hormones, better sleep, improved digestion, and stronger immune responses. Simple practices such as slow, deep breathing, prayer, meditation, gentle stretching, or spending time in nature can quiet the nervous system and create internal conditions that support healing. A positive mindset does not mean ignoring reality or pretending everything is fine. It means believing that one's health is worth protecting and that taking action early is an act of wisdom. Self-advocacy is especially important for older adults, as speaking up about subtle changes can prevent small issues from becoming emergencies. Gratitude and purpose also play important roles in physical health, as feeling valued and engaged supports emotional resilience and motivation to maintain healthy habits. Social connection, meaningful conversation, and laughter reduce isolation and depression, both of which weaken immunity. Caregivers and family members can reinforce this mindset by listening attentively, validating concerns, and encouraging medical care without minimizing symptoms. Confidence grows when older adults feel heard and respected. Aging is not a passive process of decline. It is an active stage of life that benefits from awareness, intention, and compassion. When older adults approach their health with calm confidence and attentiveness, they are more likely to recognize early warning signs, act promptly, and navigate challenges with strength, clarity, and dignity, creating a foundation for safety, longevity, and peace of mind.